Hi, my name is Kaya, and this is my second episode for my podcast, Yet Another Podcast. Last week, when I recorded, 2 weeks ago already, my first episode, I didn't even know the name for the podcast, but well, since there are so many outside, I thought, well, let's call it Yet Another Podcast. Thanks a lot for all the lovely comments last time. It really meant a lot to me, and it was a pleasure to read them all, and thanks for watching. I think this time I'm even a bit more nervous, because now I somehow know how it's working, and I know people even watched it, so please bear with me, and I hope you will have fun watching this episode. I finished 3 objects last time. They were already quite far, so it's not as much as it sounds. I cast on 3 objects, and I bought a lot of yarn. So I don't know, the yarn festival was like a lot of fun to meet all the people that I either already knew in real life, or that I knew via Instagram, or that I've seen on YouTube, and it was like I was so overly excited all weekend. And yeah, I will tell you a bit more later on, but not too much. I think others did this already. Well, let's start with my first category, finished objects. Last time I don't even know how far I was anymore, to be honest. I finished my Striata top by Isabel van Elsen, who is Breibellie. And the lighting it's too light today, sorry for that. Not the best, but it's done. And well, it fits really nice. I think next time I will move the sleeves a bit to the back, because I'm rather busty. And yeah, apart from that, it still fits, so I will see how much I wear it, because it's really tight. It's not a fault of the design, it's just a test for me, because I don't always like it, but let's see how it will work out. Oh, and I will show you a picture, maybe here, hopefully, of the FO. Yeah. But apart from that, it's a really well thought design. Fits perfectly. And yeah. Not much else to say about this one. I also finished my Cecile top, which I'm wearing today. Well, I think I've been wearing it more or less non-stop since I finished it. And I only missed like an inch or 2. I think it was an inch. 4, well, maybe 3-4 centimeters. And it was all. Yeah. And it's not blocked yet. It already grew quite a lot, so I think next time I make the armholes a bit shorter, or not as deep as they are right now. And it's relatively oversized right now, but it's not too bad. So, and I really like to wear it, so I can see myself knitting another one in the future once I forgot how much I dislike boring knits sometimes. Really depends on my mood, so I guess I'll make another one day. And the third finished object, confused as usual, I put everything here around me, but I still don't know where things are. The third finished object is the Bothy hat by Ysolda Teague, which I cast on spontaneously for my boyfriend's birthday, because it's always so surprising that people's birthday is coming up. So it has those really nice decreases, which you see better once you put it on. I think I add a picture as well where you can see how the decreases look once you wear it. And I cast on the second was the smallest adult size because I tried the largest because he has a quite large head, but it was way too big. And so instead I cast on the smallest adult size. I didn't swatch. And well, worked out, even fits me. And I have enough yarn to make a second one for me as well. So here we go. Oh, and you're supposed to do an alternating cable cast on. I tried it. I thought, no, I don't want to do it right now. And instead, I just used my usual long tail cast on over 2 needles to have a stretchy enough cast on. So I might make myself another one. What? Also one. I thought I took the yarn with me. Ah, I did. So this is Rico Baby Dream DK Uni, which is 50% acrylic and 50% polyamide. So well, maybe not the most sustainable one, but sometimes it's really nice, especially as cotton heads or something else tend to grow and has a really nice touch. Let's see how much it pills, because if it pills a lot, I think I won't make a garment out of it. But maybe if it doesn't, I can see myself knitting something nice out of it, as I guess it will be really warm. Well, alright, so those are my finished objects, and I'm quite happy with how much I got done. And also quite happy to have some projects that I had quite some time on my needles, at least. Well, I didn't have to test it for a long time on my needles, but I had the Cecile top quite a while on my needles, as I cast this on in March as I went on vacation with my sisters and my mom. So it's been overdue. So what else is there? Whoops, quite a few. Last time, as I was working on my sorry, I showed you my Sophie's Universe. I insert a picture. It's really buggy, and I know this. I don't know what to do about it, and I'm not gonna frag it, so you don't need to tell me the obvious. It's been my first crochet project. Well, one of my first, so. And I learned how to crochet from it, so I can really recommend it if you like the pattern. So last time I had 5 squares done out of 40, which I calculated the other day how many I need. And now, I don't know, this is really a lot of fun to make, and can always take a ball of yarn with me, my needles. I know the pattern by heart now, and now I have 18. Quite a few. And I think I need to get some more yarn, because I didn't plan my blanket to be as large. But well, it serves a greater goal. What else? Yeah. I still working on the half herringbone double crochet, half washcloth, whatever, and made another one. I think I can make one more before I'm running out of yarn, so this will be another project that will be done very, very soon. And the stash shrinks a bit, well, not too much, because there's some yarn, so it's quite easy to work on. It's relatively mindless. The only disadvantage is I still have to look at my crochet once I'm doing it, even if it's mindless. I also picked up last week when I was, well, almost 2 weeks ago, when I was at the Yarn Festival in Kassel, which is in the middle of Germany. I picked up, did I? Honestly, I think I knit a bit on it, but I don't know where I've been last time because I didn't put a stitch marker into it. But I continued on my solid stitch line socks. So I'm just before the heel. This is the back side. And lots of ends. We will meet today with my friend who was learning to knit socks. And have a Zoom and knit the heel together. So after that I can continue with those. And hopefully they won't take too long. Let's see. Oh, and can you see what I did? I wove in all the ends right away, because otherwise I will never do it. So here we go. And there are 4 at each square. And because you have to cut the thread at one point, it's theoretically you could carry along the yarn, but it's not really nice. So I just live with 2 more ends. And also the designer, who's quite well experienced, doesn't do it. So, and the last whip, which is an older one, but I think you don't know it because I haven't shown it to you last time, is just a pair of vanilla socks, which I cast on somewhere between Christmas and New Year for my 12 cast-ons by Rainbow Edge, who has a podcast. Just a plain vanilla sock. I knit my first garter stitch here. The last time I was, well, I didn't show you, but I've been somewhere at the start of the heel, so now I finished the complete heel, and now I can just zoom along. Yeah. And finish those. I think I take them with me next week once I commute a lot. So I finish these first. And the yarn I'm using is Regia Cotton Color Tutti Frutti in the colorway Pomegranate. The number is 2422. I really like it. I can see myself wearing these as well, but I knit them with 64 stitches, so they are a bit too large for my foot. At least it's cotton yarn, cotton sock yarn. Yeah. But those are not all active whips. Well, I don't show you the not active ones, but I cast on 2 more whips. The first one is with some yarn from the Yarn Festival in Kassel. And it is the Tolsta tea by Rebecca Clow, who is Creabea at Instagram. And I've seen this so much everywhere. So I thought, well, let's give it a go. And the basic pattern is knit in double knit in DK. But she also added a fingering version to it, which I went for. Yeah, it's a pretty, it's not that easy to show. Simple raglan pattern. No. But there are quite a lot of ways to customize it. And I went for a red, undyed color and yellow, which are normally not my colors. But I really like the fact that the dyer, who is even from Berlin, but I haven't looked at her yarn before because I didn't know she's doing plant-based yarns. And then on the second day at the yarn festival, I've been there already. On the first day I was like, let's see what else she has. And I was like I really wanted to get some more yarn. I don't know why. But yeah, so I got those 3 colors and make a striped tee out of it. I call it my, well, in Germany you would say Pommes Schranke, which is fries with ketchup and mayonnaise shirt. Because somehow, I don't know why, it reminds me of it. Oh, I didn't swatch, but I thought I can easily adjust it if it's a raglan. But I think I have to do some calculations, otherwise it will be not fitting at all. So that's why I didn't work on it for quite a few days. I hope I calculate how many increases at which point I have to make today, and then I continue on it, because it's really fun. It's just the typical just one more stripe pattern project. Yeah, and this is the tag. Woo. Her shop is called Fliegende Kiwi Garne, which means flying kiwi yarns, and it's, well, 60% organic cotton, 40% linen, and each skein weighs surprisingly 100 grams and has a meterage of 350 meters, so a typical fingering yarn. But I'm really excited to work on this one. And the second new cast on is a boxy. Well, I wanted to knit this for quite a while, and then my friend Nora of Einfach Nora said she will join in. And originally I wanted to knit it in a pure linen yarn, but then I made the swatch, and the original boxy is knit bottom up. So Nora had the smart idea to get the pattern of the Lace and Face Boxy, which is bottom down. So I went for this as well, and I made a swatch, and my swatch to get a fabric that I somehow like was like 2.75 millimeters with the pure linen yarn. And I was like, do I really want to knit such a large oversized pattern with 2.75 or even 2.5, because I didn't wash it yet. So I changed my yarn choice, and I had some other yarn in stash in such a large amount. And I cast it on. I'm not far yet. And as you can see, it's really small. Well, and you can somehow see through. And this is knit with 3 millimeters, which is not even better. So I cast on a larger size to get, well, I didn't get gauge, to adjust my wrong gauge. But I want to have a size that is less oversized. So I think theoretically you have like 60 or 70 centimeters positive ease, and I went for 40 maybe, roughly. Yeah, but I'm still in the middle of the short rows, that's why it looks like this. And the yarn I'm using is Sandnes Twin Liner in the colorway 2146, which I got in a sale a year ago, something. Yeah. And I really love this mustardy color. It's like one of my favorite ones. So, and it's really soft. I mean, for cotton, it's cotton, viscose, and linen. And just super soft. But it's will be a labor of love. And my plan is to knit on it for half an hour every day. So I make some slow but steady progress and hope to have this done one day. Well, I don't even try to finish it this year because it's way too big. Too much knitting. Acquisitions. So, like I said, I went to the yarn festival in Kassel, which is the Royal Festival Kassel, which has been there for the very first time, and it's quite easy to reach because it's in the middle of Germany, theoretically. Practically, I think most of us had quite some fun with the German train, but this is pretty common. Instead, was way better than taking the car because the highways are always full in that direction, and I'm not driving there. It's just me with a car, so it's like ecological bullshit. At least that's my opinion. So I went there with the train, got there on Saturday morning, and met my friend Nora of Einfach Nora. And I met another friend, Yvonne. Well, we have only talked so far via Instagram and have never seen each other and saw each other for the first time, which was really nice. And yeah, it was really hot, like more than 30 degrees all weekend, and not that much shade, but it was like so great to see so many people that love knitting or crochet or other kinds of crafts all in one place. You could walk around, take a seat somewhere in between, meet other nice people. I can't mention all of them because I would definitely forget some people, and just sit there and work on your projects and get some yarn. So I don't know whether it was compensating for some stuff, which I don't know right now, because why? Because I have enough yarn. Or I was just so overly excited because there was so much yarn all around. And I'm quite happy that there was so much animal-based fibers, because otherwise I would have escalated even more. So here I go. The first one I got was also from Fliegende Kiwi Garne, and this is her cotton viscose, bamboo viscose base. I think, well, somehow between 3 and 3.5 millimeters. It's called Sea Spray, and I already swatched for it, but I'm not quite sure yet what I made out of it. I didn't wash my swatch yet, but I think I might do something with lace because I have enough stockinette projects. I already want 2 skeins, or did I, or my boyfriend? I don't know. I showed him how to wind yarn, and I don't think I will do it again that soon because he liked it and I don't like it, so perfect for me. And if he likes it, well, I was joking I would also show him how to weave in ends, but no, I won't do it because it's not fair, because it's just bullshit work. Oh, in case you didn't notice, this is not always swear free. I also got this. Oops. Oh. I tend to always get yarn that is really colorful. And since there's not that much sock yarn for vegan knitters, it's a bit hard to get to work, well, to do something with the yarns, at least if you're not that colorful as a person. So this time I thought, well, you get more yarn that is a bit more muted, maybe solids, semi-solids, and also don't get single skeins, except you have a plan, like I had for the striped shirt. So I got this color, it's called, it doesn't have a name, this fingering, where most of the yarns that were there that were plant-based were fingering yarns. So, and I always tend to get fingering yarn anyways, because I have a lot more meterage and I need less yarn, so I spend less if I would buy less. So this is a lovely forest green from Die Kleine Wollfabrik. It's called Soft Cotton, 100% cotton, 400 meters on 100 grams, and I think it's mercerized, maybe. And I got 4, and my plan is to knit either a cardigan or a pullover, but I don't know yet what exactly. The next one I got is from an Italian company which is called UAB Style, and this is, I got 2 skeins for well, I think more or less, I think for a top, and this is, has those lovely speckles all over the place, and it's green, blue, petrol, and also 400 meters on 100 grams, and it's made out of cupro. I just googled quickly. I think this is a cellulose based fabric, and I'm not quite sure whether the process of making this is really that good, but I will have a look into it. It's really soft. It's supposed to be very breathable, so let's see. Perfect for summer. What else? There was also, there were, I think, at least 2 Polish dyers and 1 from the Baltics. And at Dye Done I got this yarn. This is called Cobalt Blue. It's 70% bamboo, 30% linen, so quite a typical base. But I thought maybe for a summer shirt, top, tee, I think a tee, this would be really nice to have. And once again, 3 skeins, so maybe even 2 would have been enough to be able to make a complete project out of it that I actually like to wear. The last yarn from, is it? Yeah, the Yarn Festival in Cécile is a commercial one. It's called Reborn Jeans. It's really affordable. I think 1 skein costs €6.50. Is this like good? And I think online you can get it even for €5.50. Yeah, but I saw it too late. And it's really bouncy and made from recycled jeans. I think from scraps from recycled jeans. And yeah, I love this gray. It's really so nice to touch and a bit bouncy. And yeah, I think it will shrink quite a bit once you wash it, so I have to keep this in mind. And yeah, I got 4 of this color, and later on I got 2 more of this one, so I might over dye this here because it's not my favorite color, but this was the lightest color, so I thought maybe it's easy to over dye it to make maybe a color work sweater out of it, something like this. Let's see. Oh, and apart from all the yarn, I also got a project bag. This is, well, she had one with a leather handle. I was like, is this leather or not? And then she said, yeah, it is, but I have another one without leather. So I got this one. It's huge. Has a pocket inside. It's from Schneiders Knit. And yeah, it's really, I love it. And it's really light. The last thing I got is maybe, I put everything else on top of it. Some silicone cords to place your stitches on hold. But to be honest, I think I will go again with those super cheap Scooby-Doo bands for most projects. Because this one, well, the yarn tends to stick to it, so I cannot easily get it through. Maybe, I don't know why. And others really like to work with it. Yeah. But this is like from the Boy Festival, so it's a nice thing to remember. Would be even nicer if I could work properly with it, but maybe I find a yarn one day that is easier to work with. Then I also got, before that, for a test knit, some leftover re-jeans. This is also a recycled cotton yarn, 100 grams and 192 meters. Those are leftovers because the original yarn, well, this yarn has been stored, but the company, which is Pasquale, now sells this in 50-gram balls and for the same price. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna buy this for a regular price because I think 50 gram for 7 or 8 euros. Nope. And there are other companies that sell this as well. So I got some in this light blue fabric. I'm not quite sure yet whether this is my favorite. I will see how the test knit will knit up. And if I don't like it, I just over dye it. Because I got a few more colors at the yarn festival. So I have a basic stock now. And if I don't like something, I can over dye it. I have some undyed yarn as well at home, so let's see. And then I got this color, or yeah, my boyfriend chose it because there was quite some yarn left, this color. So I can make him a sweater one day. I love it. This is so good. This is like right up my alley. But he get it. Yeah. And then there was the wedding weekend. So I went there. On Thursday night there was a knit night, which was so lovely. Met a few people that I've met before or only online. Had a lot of fun with my Yarny friend Yvonne, who I met the first time in real life in Cecile, but is also from Berlin, and it was just so lovely. And then there was a raffle where you could get you could enter, and all profits go to Sea-Watch. So I said, well, if I don't win something, it doesn't really matter because it's for good cause. Well, I did win something, and it was wool. So I was like, ugh. I could have known this before, honestly, but I was like, yeah, I don't care. Well, it won't happen anyways. Maybe I win something else. So I won a lot of minis for, well, sock yarn, which I gave to my friend because I'm not gonna knit it up. And she's knitting quite a lot of socks, so I guess this is a perfect match. But I also won a skein of single, merino single. And to be honest, I was thinking, well, should I talk about it or not? Because I'm really torn between this is so beautiful and I don't want to buy woolen yarns, and most of the time they itch me anyhow. But I haven't decided yet whether I keep it or not because it's really beautiful. So it's from, oops, Primrose Yarn, it's an American dyer. And really lovely. I think it won't itch me, even though I'm quite sensitive, but as I said, I haven't decided yet whether I really want to keep it, because I'm a bit torn. My conscience is like, can I do this or not? This is a plant-based podcast, or I don't want to knit with wool. So let's see whether I keep it. Maybe I do. It's like, seriously, there's no, what does a woman say? Sometimes there's no yarn police. So, and I would never buy any woolen yarns for myself anyhow. Yeah, so still undecided. Yeah, so that was the start of the wedding wool weekend. Wedding is like not marriage or the event of a marriage, but it's like a part of Berlin. So that's why it's called wedding wool weekend. And then I've been there on Friday. There was a mini market with some hand dyers, and then also spontaneously on Saturday. And also the yarn shop Wollen Berlin, which means wool, Berlin, was open. So I was like a bit torn, so should I get something? And if I get something, I have a limit this time, I have a budget. And on the mini market there was only like one plant-based yarn, which was their own home brand, which you can get in shop anyways. I knew this, but I thought, well, I give it a go anyhow. And then I had one specific project in mind, which is the Minton bag, which is a crochet bag, which was in a pom-pom magazine quite a while. Once again, I try to insert a picture. If not, I link it, hopefully. And so I went for 2 colors. This is the only yarn I bought. I was really torn to get some more Line by Sandnes to knit a solo top by Dedri, because I really like it and it should be a bit quicker as it's not with fingering. But I got this as a main color, the berry, and it's called white berry. And I got vintage green as a contrast color for the handles and the top of the bag. So I crocheted with 2 strands, and it's to be honest, pure linen is quite hard on my hands, so that's why I thought, no, I'm not gonna get another knitting project with it, as I still have in quite some skeins for a shirt or something like this. So I thought maybe I get a project for crochet, and that's it. That's going, I've been good at least one time. So there are more than 1 skein of each color, but you get it. And then there was Making Stories, which is a magazine from Berlin, I think, even. And I got this kids edition because there's one pattern. I had a look at it, and they were cheaper than usual. And there's one pattern in it which I really like, and all the others were also quite cute, so I thought, well, it's always good because someone is always having a child. Let's yeah, give it a go. So this is this cute balloon, and I think I will make this one day. And the other one is called Jewels, and there are 2 patterns in there which I really like. There are even more that are quite lovely, but 2 are really up my alley. And the first one is, what is the name? Topaz. It's a color work part, quite graphic color work pattern. And the other one is the Citrine by Emily Green. Oops. So it's also regular and quite classic, but with some nice details. Let's see when I work at those, because I know myself, I'm always good at getting patterns, so I don't use them right away. So that's why a reason why I stopped buying patterns online. So I only get them once I start a project. So I'm not getting any special offers anymore for that reason. Sometimes with magazines, if they're quite a good offer, why not? Yeah. Oh, I almost forget something. Sorry, it's a bit longer this time. So the organizer of the knit night, Mimi, had those cute bags, and I couldn't resist. Yeah, and also the profits are going to Sea-Watch. I thought, well, that's good. And at Making Stories, I got the small one for a sock project. Maybe would be even nicer if there's a dog, but hey, I also like cats. Yeah, this is all my yarn. I calculated how much yarn I got, and it was like 4 kilograms. I was like, shit, it's a bit over the top. So, and there's still my stash. So what I thought is that I go back to my original, let's go like that, this year, and don't buy any more yarn for, well, I didn't set a date, well, at least until, let's say, November. It's only allowed to get some yarn to finish a project, or if I cast on something new and I need a contrast or something like that, but not the main color, so maximum 1/3 of the project. I think I might get an Advent if there's something nice, but let's see. I still have one from 1 or 2 or 3. So let's see. I really like the ideas of it, and I love it since I've been a child to open up small packages every day. So I'm a bit undecided, but for now I have more than enough yarn, and right now it's more than I had at the beginning of the year, so it's time to slow down a bit and knit up some stuff. Yeah. So what else is there? I made myself some notes. Yeah. I think I said most of it, so I want to finish the washcloth the next time, which is my plan, and I would like to knit at least 3 stripes on Striata, not Striata, Tolsta, and keep working on my crochet squares, and yeah, 30 minutes every day on my boxy. Let's see how well this works out and how far I get. I don't think I get too far with it. Yeah. Also, I think I have less time as my bootcamp starts next week. So I will, it's not a physical one, it's like a data science bootcamp, and this will go for 3 months. So this is full time, so I won't have that much time anymore, and I think I will be really tired in the evening, but I'm looking forward to it. So for those who don't know what data science is, it's a mixture of statistics and coding, something like that. Yeah. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching again, and in case anything has been unclear or I forgot something which I already noticed in between, have a look at the show notes or just send me a message or comment. And yeah, thanks for watching again, and I see you next time. Bye.